Hi, I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I'm going to be your host for Friday Night Videos.
Who'd have thought an impoverished Austrian bodybuilder, once famously described as looking like a condom full of walnuts, could end up an American icon? Well, Arnie, actually. He always knew he could do it.
My vision was to become a big star. Anything that I see that really bothers me, I get involved with it.
Is that the path America is on right now?
America will come back from these dark days.
In school, when the teacher would talk about America, I would daydream about coming here.
Every dollar that I made was because of America. I became rich and famous because of America.
Made in America.
And then no matter where I go,
People are happy.
I bring happiness. That's better.
Smile once in a while.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is a contented soul.
I feel very enthusiastic.
His is one of those stories that is not supposed to have a happy ending.
Okay, you were in London at the height of the swinging 60s, if you like. Did you swing? Did you get
I had a great time, and I enjoyed, the working out. I always was the kind of guy that enjoyed working out 5 hours a day.
I mean, I said to him, Arnold, what are your ambitions? He said, I want to be the biggest bodybuilder in the world. I want to live in California. I want to own an apartment block. He said, I want to be a film star, and I want to go into politics. I thought, you silly sod.
This is my second family. Like, the new family was kind of over here in London.
Wag would arrange a series of exhibitions around the country for him, so that he could earn some money and also promote himself.
You moved to London. Why did you come over here originally?
Well, London was the place where the Mr. Universe contest was held.
London. The Victoria Palace was bulging at the seams.
I'm not afraid of failure.
The choice was an American as amateur Mr. Universe and an Austrian as the professional.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, 6'2" and 220 pounds of solid Austro-Hungarian muscle.
I happened to win the competition against some tough competitions.
So it was really extremely, extremely important for my next move in my career.
By 1970, Arnold had made it to the top, Mr. Olympia. He realized this was his ticket to see the world. And he was asked to come to America to write articles on the sport.
My philosophic beliefs, lean totally towards the West, and this is why I came to the United States. Because I always felt that the United States is the land of opportunities.
But only 6 months after arriving in America, Arnold was in the movies.
He must have been in disguise.
He was Hercules in New York.
I'm tired of the same old faces.
And in that you're credited as Arnold Strong.
The same old things. I didn't even use my own voice in that movie.
No, it was dubbed, wasn't it?
It was dubbed because I couldn't even understand the script. I mean, I just moved to America. When I came to the United States in 1968, I couldn't listen to the news or understand the news at all on radio and television yet. I spoke just enough that I could get by and buy some food and communicate a little bit with people.
You gotta listen to the way people talk.
Affirmative. I first of all joined college right away, Santa Monica City College, to learn English really well.
You don't say affirmative. You say no problemo.
And to learn about America. No problemo. That then eventually led to going full-time to college and to go for a business degree and for a degree in economics, which I did on the side of working out, because working out is 5 hours a day, but then, I felt like I should be productive the rest of the day and do something. I even started working as bricklayer.
It was necessary for him not only to train like a crazy person, as he did, but to be fed every hour.
As he promotes bodybuilding in the most unexpected places.
Arnold's breakthrough role came in the movie Stay Hungry.
Arnold travels the country displaying himself.
In Pumping Iron, where I had the chance to be myself, that ended up being a very funny movie in many ways, and I could show my comic side. Well, I think that it is important that you play the parts that you are.
You got a lot of nerve showing your face around here, Hauser.
I was told many times by managers and agents,
This is impossible.
this would never happen.
Look who's talking.
And also that my body is way too big, that I'm too large.
They say you have a strange body.
And so here all of a sudden is Conan the Barbarian, where my accent was welcome
You have a strange accent.
because I talk different than everyone else. And the body looked like an action hero. Conan.
Everybody wanted me to change my name because people started saying Schwarzenschnitzel and Schwarzenheimenblem and nobody could pronounce it. I didn't work on my name because I liked the idea of having a difficult name that people can pronounce, because then when they finally learn how to pronounce it, they will never be able to forget it again.
My next guest has gone from being the top bodybuilder in the entire world to one of the biggest stars in the world.
You and Stallone are making these war films. I think you're selling a lie to young children. That war is fun.
I think in the film Commander, for instance, it's very obvious that I'm against war.
How much longer can you be an action hero?
I'll be back.
He was the guy that 6:30 we got up. Like a military guy, Arnold was in the military, he knows all the discipline.
What do you think your father taught you about work ethic?
Mein Vater, wo ich noch ein kleines Kind war, der hat zu mir immer gesagt, Arnold, du musst unbedingt einmal wie ich ein Polizist werden. My father was kind of like a plus and a minus. My father really contributed a lot to my hunger. And my father contributed for me to wanting to get away from Austria and to get away from home.
In Graz, Austria,
with a father that was a Nazi.
We had a very strict upbringing because of him being with the police force. And so he brought, with that job, a lot of discipline came into the house. We were not allowed to speak on the dinner table. Now we had to be the perfect example. We couldn't do anything bad.
Millions of men were sucked into a hate system through lies. My father and our neighbors were misled also with lies. I was surrounded by broken men drinking away their guilt over their participation in the most evil regime in history, in the ruins of a country that suffered the loss of its democracy. We were occupied by the British. It was after the Second World War. But my father would come home drunk, and he would scream and hit us and scare my mother. I did not hold him totally responsible because our neighbor was doing the same thing to his family, and so was the next neighbor over. I heard it with my own ears and saw it with my own eyes. In school, we had documentaries that they would show. And it was usually like 8mm documentaries, black and white. And I remember that I saw on the screen New York, the high-rises, Empire State Building, the highways and freeways and the bridges. And the first television set came to this village when I was 14. This was a television set in a restaurant, and all the kids always went every Wednesday night to watch those kids' shows.
Also so klein, dass man dauernd auf dich aufpassen muss, bist du doch nun auch nicht mehr.
This is a special report from CBS News.
Good evening, my fellow citizens. Unmistakable evidence has established
It looked as though it might be one of armed conflict between Soviet vessels and American warships
to provide a nuclear strike capability against the Western Hemisphere.
And some hope has been generated by suggestions of negotiation.
The Soviet people want to live in friendship with the American people.
Разве это новость?
We have never had to put a wall up.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
President Gorbachev, he was one of those guys that I admired a lot.
As an Austrian, how do you personally feel about Russians?
Well, they were always somehow our neighbors, you know, because of Hungary being a neighboring country and the Soviet Union having occupied Hungary. We have people in both countries that are reasonable and that are smart enough to know that we have to put money into the economy and into social programs rather than just into missiles.
Your production is the first one ever to be allowed to film in Red Square.
There was a tremendous amount of excitement in Moscow. I was absolutely amazed that when we shot our scenes on Red Square, and I had no idea that we had this kind of popularity there. Since my movies are not being played over there or about the shooting or anything like that, and we started asking people, and they said, you know, I have your videotape. And they spoke English, you know, a lot of these kids over here speak English really well.
I do not understand
And I realized then that they're the hardest videotapes in the black market over there. I do not portray the Russian officer as a villain character.
Cocainum.
I portray him in a good way, and I play the heroic character.
Take out the papers and the trash.
Oh, you don't get no spending cash.
It was the right way to start off a comedy.
If you don't scrap that kitchen floor, you ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Yakety yak! Don't talk back.
He starred with Danny DeVito in Twins.
Coming up next, twins, and they're not identical.
The whole idea of Danny DeVito and me being twins, I mean, that alone is really a great, great concept. Having Danny in there was the match for me.
You gotta talk into the phone, bozo.
He took a risk. He made a film where he had to be funny and didn't get to kill anybody.
You switched to Twins, which is a big step, because it could have undermined you as an action hero.
No one will hire me for comedy because everyone is making now a lot of money of me with action movies.
Actually, I hate violence.
But you're so good at it.
And the film is doing great business, Twins?
Oh, I'm very delighted about that. Yes, because Twins is, we have almost made $70 million now.
Well, money talks and bullshit walks.
How can bullshit walk?
The thing you did with Danny DeVito, Twins, was marvelous.
I've never had my feet stepped on so many times by gunboats in my life.
He stepped on his feet. He says, no, don't you understand what I said? Step by my feet, not on my feet.
By my feet, not on my feet.
I mean, the man has like these giant hocks of meat at the end of his ankles. From now on, Arnold and I only fast dance together.
So I do both now. I do a comedy and I do an action.
I'll be back.
Arnold gets a message from his own past.
Is your daddy a fireman? He's probably big. Is he a wrestler?
It gave me the opportunity to come in as the toughest cop and then have to develop this other side of me because I'm now stuck with the kids. They're horrible.
What's the matter?
I have a headache.
It might be a tumor.
It's not a tumor. You always say don't work with kids and don't work with animals, but I had the greatest time working with those kids. It was really fantastic.
You could have been just a villain in a James Bond picture like that big guy Jaws.
You will see me on all the covers in the newsstand.
He's on 4 or 5 magazines, isn't he?
Yeah, 4 that I know of, but...
Yeah.
And, you know, the star usually gets a lot of the credit. But I give the credit to him because he pulled it off. And as a matter of fact, Paul Verhoeven, who directed Total Recall, he has done such an extraordinary job that he really should get all the credit for the way this movie turned out.
One of the intriguing things about Total Recall is that there's always a tantalizing possibility that everything in this movie is a dream.
I had my dreams.
But are they delusions, or has this construction worker from Earth really been thrown into a revolutionary war on Mars? Is he a guy imagining things, or is he really a spy with a beautiful girlfriend?
Consider that a divorce.
All right, now let's recap a little bit. The first Terminator was what is the term? It's not a robot. Is it a cyborg?
A cyborg, yes. I mean, I don't think we've ever seen anything like this before, and so I thought then, I think this could be bigger than we all think. And then, sure enough, when it came out, it was a huge hit. Yeah. You know, to pay back whoever did them harm. I swear I will not kill anyone. I mean, I think that this is why the film became such a success. He'll live. Because I think everyone has that dream to just be, maybe for one day, a Terminator and take care of the job. People came to me and said, you know, this Terminator movie would have never worked if you wouldn't have had that accent, because you sounded like a robot.
Would you have ever thought, when you were a young boy in Austria, 14, 15 years old, envision the kind of success you've had?
How did you become a genuine movie star? This is not a fluke. It's been going on for a while now.
This is one terrific action picture. I enjoyed it a lot more than the original.
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with the wonderful reviews that you're giving me all the time.
True Lies, Junior, Predator, Commando. Arnie talks to us about his latest venture, the seasonal comedy Jingle All the Way.
Put that cookie down! And every single December, this movie's being played on television. Now! So I proved to the world again, never listen to the naysayers and always just plow ahead and do exactly what is your vision. And my vision was to become a big star and to become not only a big star, but to become the highest paid entertainer in that field, which I eventually then became. when they did Batman and Robin.
I was successful, nevertheless.
Because if they know Arnold, they know that he's this kind of, very gregarious, outgoing guy. He doesn't walk around with that rigid kind of stare all the time. He's doing a lot of work.
I can't think of another actor who has got so many catchphrases.
The way I say things, it makes a normal line comedic, right?
All your movies seem to come with a catchphrase.
You're fired. I remember I called in the morning 2 hours after the terrorist attack, and my wife said, I think this is it for your movie. And I said, I think you're right. And I called Warner Brothers, and they said to me, we were just trying to get a hold of you because we want to have a meeting to cancel the movie. We got to do something about our movie because our movie, Collateral Damage, deals with exactly that subject.
It looked like no one would see Collateral Damage. In it, he plays a fireman hunting a known terrorist blowing up office towers in America.
Prior to September 11th, it may have been taken as just entertainment.
I would say that there were several movies that failed.
Okay, now you spoke earlier about the heart problems you had and the heart operation you had.
I knew that I'm vulnerable. Vulnerable to injuries, vulnerable to illnesses and all those things.
I thought it was sort of sad in the book when you're talking about now when you look in the mirror, a lot of the big muscles are gone.
I do look, in the mirror and I say, yeah, you suck. Life is not anymore the same as when I was like 30 years old or 40 years old, where you could do anything and you never had to think about anything.
I don't enjoy anything about getting older.
You're not doing movies anymore.
You have to accept your humanity. It's hard, right? When you were Superman
Absolutely.
At one point.
The bottom line is I'm 76 years old.
I feel as young as when I was 30.
I'm as enthusiastic and as excited as I was when I was 30 years old. I just always see mountains in front of me to be climbed.
You can call me whatever you want. You can call me Schnitzel, you can call me Arnie. Do not call me a self-made man.
I'm a product of a lot of help. My father, my mother, my teachers helped me, my coaches helped me. A lot of young people and people that are helpless, we were helped, so let's help them. And that's what it's all about.
I'll be back.
I am a marketing guy. For the people to win, I will say sometimes things.
Politics as usual must lose.
Come with me if you want to live.
They will catch people's attention.
Hasta la vista, baby.
There's something about you joining the Kennedy family, especially because you're a Republican in your background.
Democrats and Republicans working together.
You can work together.
That both of the parties work together.
East and West.
Everyone is working together.
This is why I'm going around the country right now, which is to make America fit and to make our youth fit. Your kids are soft. To just pump them up and get them going again and make sure the kids exercise every day. We lack discipline.
Basically what I'm trying to do is to make everyone aware of the importance of physical fitness.
And I think feeling good really helps kids also to stay away from drugs, alcohol abuse, and tobacco use.
Now you look good. Do you still have time to work out? Do you still get to do the whole deal every day?
Just like you.
I ski a lot, I play tennis, I go swimming, scuba diving, water skiing. I do everything.
I love my movies that I do. I have a great time doing them.
I can do those Terminator movies from here to eternity.
Arnold, sometimes you come across like just a big kid.
That's what I am.
If it was in bodybuilding or making an endorsement here or an investment in an apartment building or starting a mail order business or getting into movies or doing this or doing that.
Do you want to talk about your book, Be Useful, 7 Tools for Life?
Be useful. Be useful.
Yes, be useful. I knew this is going to happen.
There was one thing that I had, and it is a very clear vision.
Vision.
My vision.
I always know ahead of time what to expect.
I'll be back.
Back.
It's nice to be back.
And so as long as I see those mountains, I keep my enthusiasm and I keep my excitement and that fire in the belly to keep climbing and climbing and climbing. And that's what it's all about.